Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be installing a new set of LED headlight bulbs in my wife's 2010 Prius. So what I have are these LASFIT bulbs. They are the LS Plus version, which is their new high-end bulb. I have had really good experiences with other bulbs of theirs that I've used. So this is going to be the first time, though, that I have actually used one of their headlight bulbs. So let me show you what the bulb looks like, and then I'll take you through on how to install them on a 3rd gen Prius. Thanks for joining me today. Appreciate the support. If you'd like and subscribe, and let's get rolling. So here are their bulbs. Like I had said, this is their new high-end series that they've come out with. They are color temperature of 6,000 Kelvin. And I am very, very excited to get these installed and to see what they look like. So let's pop the hood and I'll show you how to do this on a 3rd gen Prius. Like a lot of cars nowadays, it can be a little tricky to get your hands down into and access the bulbs. As you can see here, the headlight bulbs are on the very inside. Now, I'll have to loosen this bolt for my oil catch can, but I think that's all I'll have to do to get to that side. This side is a little trickier because the coolant tank is in the way, the air intake is in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and move that stuff out of the way so I can get my hand down into that crevice, because it's just not going to work. If you got really small hands, you might be okay. But this will only take a few minutes to actually access this area right here and give myself more room to get my hand in there. As you can see here, the right front or passenger side is the one that is burned out. Left front is still working okay, but we're going to change both of them because you always want to change them in a pair to keep the light even. And this is a different brand. To access this space on the driver's side, I'm just going to remove the oil catch can, and this is just being held on by the one 10mm bolt here. So we'll go ahead and take that out. And then just lift up on this tab right here and pull this out. I kind of made a little bracket for this from a bracket that I had. I cut it down and made it work. Let's give the headlight a little twist. There we go. It is out. Now this one does not have a harness to it. So it just plugs right directly into the harness. You know, you can't tell looking at it, but it stopped working. So one of the nice things about these new ones is they give you a little more room to work with. So since you have the plug here instead of just on the bulb itself, it allows you to get the bulb in, and then this gives you a lot more leeway to play with. So you get a little better angle. So there is the plug that had originally attached right into there. Now I can make the connection to right here. So when you have a little bit more harness length in the design of it, this can make your life a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it and then put this in, and literally you put it in and then you're going to rotate it counterclockwise. You rotated it clockwise to get out. And if you look at the tabs, these tabs will be the same. Get a little light on the subject in here, even though you do most of it kind of by feel. Can't really It's just getting the hole kind of. Trickiest part is making sure that you get it in the right orientation so it will turn. And I feel it turning, so that is good. What I found worked is this worked by putting it in with the wire in that position right there, and then you turn it a quarter turn or so the bulb will sit in exactly like that, and the wiring harness is going directly down in the 6 o'clock position, and that is in. Nice and simple. Let's make sure that that one is working. Hey, look at that. Let there be light. That's what I need to change, is the high beam bulbs, even though my wife really never drives out of the city and rarely ever uses them. These bulbs do come with a zip tie so that you can zip tie the wiring harness so it's not flopping around on you. So here's the part of the light, and I zip tied it. There you can see how I did that, just right next to it, just so it's not flopping around. So now that that is done, I can go ahead and reattach this by lifting up. There's a little plastic fitting there, so I drilled the hole out so it would sit down into that. Go ahead and reattach this 10 millimeter. Oh. And there we go. That side is done. Let's go ahead and move to the passenger side, which is going to be a little trickier. Need to get a little more room there. I want to move this part of the air so this hose isn't in my way. Take this one off. There's a third bolt right there. That would help if I took off all the bolts, wouldn't it? That'll make it easy. Oh, yeah, look at that. There we go. Then this piece right here just slides into the air box. So now that that is out of the way, now I can already tell how much more space I have, and I think that I can get to it just fine. Trying to do this without blocking you guys too, so even though this is going to be the same as the other, so I'm rotating it, same position. There we go. So now let's go ahead and get this out of the harness. So this one is going to go back in like this and then turn. Now this one is a burned out one, but obviously I can't tell looking at it. But I'm going to get rid of both these anyway. So now we have the new bulb. I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side. I'm going to attach it first, and this one, the little bump right here, the little part, it actually clips in, so you want that to be on the upper end where that will snap, and you'll hear it click. Hear it? I'm hoping that the camera picked that up. So this is going to go in like this. So same orientation as the other side, and then we're going to turn it just like that. So the trickiest part here is just kind of getting it back in there and into the hole. Just a little bit of light can help, as it's higher up than you think. Sorry guys, I think I'm going to block this a little bit. What you can do is you can feel where the cord is, the wiring harness coming out of the bulb, and kind of get it over to the right orientation, and then push in at the same time, and you'll feel it move in, and then try to turn it, and it turns quite easily. So the key is getting the room. So if you move out this air duct, it just gives you so much more access to it. Worst case scenario, I was thinking I could remove the two 10mm bolts that held the coolant tank reservoir and just move that back an inch or two. And I could have done that if I didn't have enough room. So when I was looking at it, that's what I was thinking. This really shows you too, I'm going to point this out, that you can gain access to the water pump. This is the water pump right here. Here's the thermostat in the black housing. How simple that is to access just by moving that one piece of air pipe. Everything, you can get to everything right there. And you can get to the bottom bolts from underneath if you wanted to, just on jack stands even, and making that quite simple. Very easy peasy. So let's go ahead and check this one. This was the burned out one. So let's make sure that it works. And look at that. We have 2 working headlights again. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And go ahead and attach this. To make it easy, I'm going to point to it. It's right here. Here's where I zip tied it, and I zip tied it through that hole right there. There was just a hole that looked like something could mount to it, but nothing was. So I just used that hole just to hold this up and out of the way, which it is now. That side is done, and we have 2 new replaced headlights, or headlight bulbs. Let's make that accurate. Now, it's just a matter of snapping back in the airbox piece. We'll be all set. So let's do that. This will just be the exact opposite. I'm just going to snake this down. Like I said, this just pushes into, slides right into the airbox. I'll lift this hose up and kind of work this hose down and around it here. There we go. Now, just line up your 3 bolts and you're set. So, thanks for joining me today. I hope this will help some others that need to change out a headlight bulb. The process will be the same, even if you have the OEM halogen bulbs. If you want to upgrade it to a nicer LED, then that will be this process. But make sure you always change bulbs in pairs. And I sure would appreciate if this kind of thing helps you and you liked it. A quick little like and subscribe does a lot for the channel. Helps me grow. I mean, I'm not a big channel. I'm a single person. I do everything on the channel. So I do appreciate the support. So a quick like and subscribe means a lot to me. Try to answer every question or comment that I see pop up. And that's going to do it, guys. So we're all set. My wife will be thrilled that she's got 2 working headlights again. And until next time, we'll see you down the road. So here's a nice beam pattern for the lights. This is a low beam. You see a nice cutoff on them. This is what it looks like. It is raining, so it's not like the optimum conditions here, but we've been getting rain lately, so I just finally figured I just had to do it anyway. But maybe I'll just show you the beam pattern. Very happy with it, driving it around here this evening. I finally remembered to take it out after it got dark, because it's getting dark so much later. But very happy with that. And then this is and there's the high beam, so you can see the intensity increase there. And on the high beams too, they're just the yellow halogens. So you can kind of, I don't know how well the camera will show it, but they're more of a yellow beam, where the low beams are a nice white light, and the high beams, since they're halogen bulbs, still are a little more yellow. But they're very rarely used. Although one of these days I might go ahead and upgrade the high beams too, just so that they're the same color. Here is the beam pattern and the light, and you can see how well it illuminates the road. This is again low beam, but it's a nice solid light. It's got a good cutoff, and it just makes me want to upgrade the high beams that much more. So let me go ahead and hit the high beams. So, and there you can see the trees and stuff come into view that you don't see with the low beams. You'll see it here when I go back. See? Totally, there's the trees. Now you can't see them at all because of the cutoff of just the low beams. So, but very, very pleased with these bulbs, and I highly, highly recommend them. Outstanding lighting. Well done. So LASFIT came through with flying colors on these. I will leave information, so if you would like to grab a set of these bulbs, like I said, they come in all different types, so you can get whatever you need for your application. Fantastic though. Very, very happy. So till next time, guys, we'll see you down the road. Please like and subscribe, and have a good evening.